Felix Raph TV. Like, subscribe, comment and share.
Midin at the Felix Raph na ene interview me be me ni Nigeria ni bi ene be she's a very pretty young lady na onya accident in Nigeria na one thing say ne de obe camera phone nko na me so maka twi nko a ti menim how a ono so won ti twi na me so brofo ne so de ebe yere tan but e be manage aka ne say but me say unsubscribe to Felix Raph TV subscribe na be ka Felix Raph ebusuakwe ne ho say the be video bia me de betum no obenya notification na wahwe bi menim say obey nti madase Hannah Pius AJ and I'm a guest ene Hannah also
yeah, I'm good, and you?
Hey, you are looking great.
Thank you.
Why you further do? Now what the tree?
Kakra.
Huh? Kakra and then you work at you. Who is Hannah Pius AJ?
Okay, Hannah Pius AJ actually, she's a girl from Nigeria and a family of 7. I'm actually the last child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so normal.
And you tell me you're there. On your last born there.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit sweetness in the head.
You have a swollen headache.
Yeah.
So, why are you in Ghana and what are you doing?
Okay, why am I in Ghana? Actually, me coming to Ghana wasn't actually kind of planned in a way. Okay. I was kind of schooling in Nigeria and what happened. So I had to come spend some time with my sister, and along the line, I find myself in the hospital.
Okay, if you say what happened, and I would back Ghana there. Yeah. What happened?
Yeah, that was 2016 September 9th, on the 9th of September 2016. I was in school in tertiary actually. If you are conversant to the Nigerian kind of Edo state, to be precise, Archie. So we're kind of in school, and as I said, on the 9th of September, it was on a Friday, and I and my friend called Mercy Izoje, so we kind of went to a church program, because at that time we were writing our final exams. So you know what happened in school, you go to school and it's time for exams, you want to go to church, pray, take your pen, and you want the pastor to bless it so that you could, you know, write away and come out fine and that. So that was precisely kind of it. So we went to church to actually pray so that our exams, you know, it comes out beautiful. So after the church program, the program is actually called September to Remember, and indeed it has really been a September to remember. Yeah. So we went for the program, and once the program was done, But I think it was around 8, 9 thereabout. We're coming back, and then
Coming back home.
yes, we're actually coming back home. We boarded the motorbike in Nigeria. It's called Okada. Yeah. So we're coming close to Agon 90 in Archie. That was when we met with this accident. The Okada actually ran into the truck carrying the bulletproof doors. Yeah. So we ran into it, and that was it. I mean, the only thing I could remember afterwards was I was in the hospital, I and my girlfriend, yeah. And I woke up to find out that my femur, fibula, and the tibia bone, they are fractured. And my girlfriend too, the femur bone fractured, and she lost 4 of her toes on the right leg. So after that, I think the first surgery was done on Sunday, and it was kind of a bit okay, because we were told that after 3 months you'll be fine because the bone must have healed a bit, so you could manage to work on it and all of that. So after some few months, I think a month, I was actually doing well. I could manage with the crutches as the orthopedic taught me how to use it. I could manage with it, and it was kind of a bit okay. And the following month, making it 2 months, I realized that I was having this excruciating pains on the leg, and a part of the leg was actually discharging, was bringing some fluids. I didn't know what it was. We were still in the hospital, and the doctor actually didn't, say what was actually wrong. The only thing he said was that, oh, because of the plates in there, sometimes it happened like that the fluid will come out, but in a matter of time, it's going to, stop, and everything's going to be okay. So I was like, okay. So we were actually in the hospital for like 6 months, and after the 6 months, we
both of you.
Yes.
So what about the Okada driver?
Well, when we I woke up to find myself in the hospital, I actually didn't know what happened to him.
Okay.
But we were told later on that he ran away because he knew that he was going to, take care of the bills if being caught, something of that nature. So he I practically don't know what happened. It was the driver of the truck that we he was arrested. At that spot, he was arrested, and then I think later they just did the thing, and then he was set free. So that's practically it.
So you spent 6 months at the hospital
in Nigeria
before you people were discharged.
Yes.
Were you discharged at the same day?
Yes, we practically left the same time. Okay. Yeah, we left the same time. So when I was discharged, and then I go home. My mom is late, so it was just I and my daddy, and at night he would wake up and look at me, and he'd be like, I wish I never had to send you to school. Probably if you had not gone to school, this wouldn't have happened. And each night I wake up to look at him and see how sad he is. I just felt like I shouldn't, in a way I felt like maybe I had put him in this position where he might have this high blood pressure because of me, and he would just pass, and I couldn't live with that. So my sister lived here in Ghana with her family. Okay. I called her and I was like, the way my dad talks about the accident, and I don't feel good about it, so I want to come to Ghana to relax. I want to rest for a while, and afterwards I could just go back and do something with my life and stuff like that. So she was like, okay, she's going to talk with her husband and then see if I could come over, and that was it. So in June 2017, in June 2017, she came over and then brought me to Ghana. So we came to Ghana, and I was still having that discharge, that fluid from the leg, from some 3 different spots on the leg. So she spoke with some few persons in Ghana, and they were like, we have to go to a certain hospital called Duankwanta at Sunyani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we kind of got there. We met with the orthopedic, and he told us that the apparatus to get down with the surgery, they're not having it. Now, the only place I could go to get the surgery done would be at Confirmatory. I have to go to Confirmatory, and then over there they have all the apparatus and everything to do it. And I was like, okay. So then we then head off to Confirmatory. We got there. At the time, I felt it was some small, they'll just do the thing, and that would be it. But that wasn't just it. I mean, I think everything changed from that moment, from the moment we went to Confirmation in 2017. Everything changed. Like, when the first surgery was done, they had to take out the plating.
Are you scared?
Yeah, I was. I was really scared. At the first surgery, I had 4% blood. Like, I was left with 4%. Oh. Yeah, because I cannot tell them that I don't want an infusion, of which they agreed. And at the long run, after the surgery, one of the doctors told me that, hey, Anne, you were dying, and if not that you told us you don't want blood there, I was going to get blood anyhow, to just so that you don't die on us.
Oh, okay.
So after the first surgery, I was like, I mean, it's done. They've taken out the plating, so the discharge is supposed to stop. And I was there. The discharge continued to come out more. It was coming out more, and they told me that the bones, the bone at the femur is getting rotten, that it's rotting, and for that they have to cut and then bring it together. So after the surgery, I realized that the lengthening of the leg, it's shortened. It's short. So
the length of your leg was getting short.
Yeah, it has become short because they said it has been infected, chronic osteomyelitis. So the chronic osteomyelitis is practically the bone gets decayed due to the foreign plates, the plating that was in it from Nigeria. It got infected. So initially they were supposed to remove it as at the time the legs start discharging, but because they did not do the surgery, they did not remove the plate. It's the foreign body start to affect the bone, so it start decaying.
Oh.
Yeah. So when they did the surgery, they kind of had to, cut and then bring it together, and then it was short. And at that time, I was like, I was placed on external physiators. I was on external physiator for over a year and 8 months. Yeah, over a year and 8 months. And at that time, I felt like my friends, everyone has gone way ahead of me. And I am kind of left behind. And it wasn't actually cool.
Did you feel sad when you realized your leg was just becoming short?
Yeah, I was very sad. I love the sneakers. I love sneakers a lot. And when I realized that the leg was short, what came to mind was that I couldn't just put my leg on any footwear. I couldn't just wear anything I feel like wearing. Now I have to look for a way to complement the length, even though it's not going to be kind of very okay, but it should be a bit that I could manage to work on it, because I started doing the research on my own. I started checking on the internet to see the effect of if one leg is shorter than the other, what happens to the person. And I found out that it will get to a point where you be having serious waist pain because of the imbalance. So is that you're having waist pain, and sometimes if you're unable to flex your leg very well as a woman, it will affect the childbirth, like giving birth will be, because they said you have to give birth, you have to do this, is it a osteotomy, like the opening of the leg to give birth. So with the shortening of the leg for a lady, sometimes affects that. So you might not be able to, give birth properly.
And before we continue, I would like everyone to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you join Felix Raph family. Please subscribe. I have more stories to tell you. A dozen. Next week, I the story for forever. Ti sebeya de biam the story to mo a se woni gye ho a subscribe na comment na da menya ankeka ne ani gye e de video foforo ayeden asane aba na hana ho asem enenne ye ken accident a onyan efi Nigeria na oduedue mu abedru Ghana na all continue oye surgery bebre before say onya na hoto ne ho fedodo na obonsam mpa de pa obonsam pese ode ye no intimine no yetoa enkomo ne so hana.
Yes.
Did you ever regret say the way you are all of a sudden
Things has changed.
You weren't born like that.
Yeah.
Now you cannot walk as people walk. You cannot walk as faster as you think you should have been walking all the time.
Yeah.
So how did you ever regret what happened to you?
Actually, the funny aspect of it all is that I kind of don't regret the accident, because the accident has it has taught me a new way of life. It has changed every philosophy I have towards living. So the only thing that I kind of sit back and regret is the time frame, the time that it has taken.
Time wasted.
So yeah, since 2016 down to this point, that sometimes I still use my walking stick. So the time that it has taken and the shortening of the leg is what has really sometimes at a time there was a time I felt like just taking my life, because it was too much. The pain, I was having insomnia, I could barely sleep, and I was taking all of the antibiotics without, sometimes I don't feel like eating, but I just have to take the drugs, and it was, and you know, if you're on antibiotics for a longer period of time, your system gets this it builds how do they call it now, the antibiotics becomes weak to your system, so your system gets used to it, and then it gets to a point where they can't actually fight it. Before now, I don't fall sick by heart, but since 2017 down to this period, I just fall sick like that because of too much medications and all of that. So at the time, I really feel so sad. I tried committing suicide like twice.
As a nice girl like you, when you had an accident, one of your leg is getting shorter. Did it ever came to your mind to commit suicide?
Yeah. That twice actually.
Twice?
Yes.
Why?
Why? Like, it was, you can't just wake up to this. You just wake up one morning and every other person is doing what they're supposed to do, and you are confined to the bed for over 3 years, 2 years. It doesn't, for me, it was fresh, and I couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't deal with it, and I felt like if I should take my life, then it's okay. I would just go and relax.
So who encouraged you that it will be well with you?
Well, the people around.
The suicide you wanted to commit, is it a rope that you wanted to put it on your neck, or you wanted to take any poison?
Okay. Actually, I had this medications, one of the antibiotics that I take. What's the name of this drug? Ciprofolic acid. Ciprotab. Yeah, Ciprotab. And at that time, I had like two sachets there, the Lister, and I had taken all of the tablets. There were like 20 of those, and I had
drink it all.
I had put in everything in my mouth, and I was just chewing it. I had chewed to swallow. So I had to choose to swallow, and my sister's little kid I was with him in the house that day, and he kind of came to me and was like, he's hungry. So when he said that, I then realized that, hey, I think there was there's someone that I have to live for, and he kind of was that person I needed to live for at that moment. So I I just had to. I threw everything up and stood up to. I just heard him and I looked for food for him to eat at that point in time. So that was pretty it.
And Pius is so sad after telling us all the story. So who took care of all the bills?
My sister.
Your sister? Oh.
Yeah. My
no
sister.
Friends and family support?
My sister and I met some really nice people down here who actually did a great deal, and I owe right now. I owe whatever I own right now to these persons and my beautiful sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, right now, what do you do?
Right now, my sister kind of owned a salon where we kind of make hairs and sell wigs and stuff, so weave-ons and all of that. So I just assist her. So it's more like I'm her PA.
So where is your friend? What's the name? Mercy, the one you had the accident with?
Yeah, she's in Nigeria.
How is she?
Well, right now she's not actually very fine because some few months ago she told me I think the bone too has been infected just the way mine was, and now she's placed on the POP. So.
Oh.
Yeah,
which
the
part
casting.
Which part of the leg?
The left. The femur. Yeah, the left.
The left, and you?
Same left.
The same left.
Yeah,
why?
Same. I think as the Wakanda rider was going to, collide with the track, he rather, kind of slide and use us to. I don't know how that is, but then.
Oh no! In fact, yeah,
that's it. That's the word. He just wanted to use us too. Instead of he himself just going straight on it, yeah, he kind of.
But if you are the driver, the tipper truck driver, the same what he did, you could have done the same thing.
Yeah.
But everyone will do that.
Yeah.
So, Hannah.
Yes, please.
How has life been? How has life been for you? Have life been difficult when you had an accident?
Going through 5 series of surgeries. Come on, it has been epic. I mean, it has been really, really difficult.
What did you want to do in your future?
Well, I wanted to go into business.
Business?
Yes.
I mean, you were a student, right?
Yeah.
And the accident made you quit. Did you quit or you completed?
I finished. I completed. I was asked to defer, but I thought about it. If I should defer it, I don't know how long this is going to take for me to come back to do it again. So I had to just finish it up. Like I said, we were doing the finals. We were writing our final papers at that time. So there was no way I could just step out from the final papers. So I had to finish up. I did all of that in the hospital. I wrote the remaining papers in the hospital.
And before bebre or bebre, Messi Meka Key, no one to a cabrofo. And on using T20. Brofo ani nyina ye beka da dweme ho sa sremo se meeting brofo ma mo fam to bidi ana Pius ejei ana ene me friend se omra me ye monkomo am ne e bonkomo ana is there anything you want to tell the fans?
Okay, whatever happens, life throw a lot at us, and it is only smart and wise for us to pick it up and build something for ourselves, no matter what happens. So long you have breath, so long you could take in fresh air, you're fine. You'll be okay. Like the tree word, ebeye, right?
Ebeye. My name is Felix Raph. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel.